Future Bot, it cuts about here. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. Hope you are having a wonderful, whatever time of day it is for you, as you are watching this. I am the Bardic Knock. You can find me on the internet, Twitter, Twitch, Patreon, and YouTube. I do a whole variety of stuff, mostly real nerdy shit. So if you like real nerdy shit, go check it out and do the things that make the numbers go bigger, because that makes me feel good. Yeah. Today we are continuing our new tabletop role-playing adventure with Digimon Digital Adventures bracket digital/crash. And yeah, I will give a recap of events after I let people introduce themselves. Usually, I would throw it straight down to ATB beneath me, but I know she seems to be having some issues with noise.
Audio issues, yeah.
Yeah, like audio issues and stuff, and what's it. So, I will await for her to let me know, and until then, I'm just going to keep vamping and creating noise whilst I wait for her to type something in the chat to say if she is good to go, or if I should move on to somebody else while she deals with whatever things are going on. Vamping. Space filling.
Just leave her for last.
There we go. Wonderful. So with that, we will move on to Kay. Kay, who be you?
Hi, I'm Kate, aka Undead K. You can find me here on Wednesdays playing this game, EGAD, Time and Stuff and Junk. You can also find me on my Twitch channel, which is just Undead K. Twitch.tv/UndeadK. All that jazz. You can also find me at Twitter as K_undead because Twitter is backwards. And yeah, I will be playing Miyahara, as well as Impmon, my Digimon buddy. And I think that's it for me.
Yeah, that's all we need. Michael.
Hello there. I'm Michael Wayne. You give me a clip, I'll give you a chip. I'll be playing Billy Bliss and Eberantmon. You can often find me here as well as on Tuesdays on the Raven RAVVYN channel for Borderlands, inspired tabletop RPG. The Hunters of Calamity 2, where I play Amanda Starr, a yo-yo throwing monk.
Alright, thank you very much. Next up, we have Vin. Vin,
Hi.
who are you?
Hi, my name is Kat. I go by @Vindifly on most things internet. Oh, I just noticed that you're doing little circles over my. Oh, I like that. Okay.
I'm creating a visual medium. I'm helping.
You're helping, yes. I'm playing Katarina, who also goes by Kat, because I'm predictable sometimes. And her partner, Plotman.
Both work.
Whatever. English vowels are weird. Yeah, I also stream on my own Twitch channel Mondays and Thursday nights, 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time, and I just kind of exist.
I mean, that's just 2020 in a nutshell, isn't it? I just kind of exist.
Yeah.
So, you're doing good. That's all anybody can ask of you right now. And then, finally, if she is here and has things resolved, ATB, who are you?
very, very tired. But I am tired by. I'm extremely tired and currently on a bunch of pain meds, so I apologize.
It is absolutely okay. If at any point you need to like keep me updated on things, please let me know. Type it, shout at me, do whatever it is you need to do, and we'll do what we can to accommodate. All right?
Yeah.
Do you want to tell us who you are playing?
I'm playing Rukia along with her partner, Digimon. I'm also part of other things that are all happening next week. Thursdays, I'm on Undead K's channel for Curse of Strahd, where I play as Zatari, and also I'm back here next Sunday for Final Fantasy D6 Rebels of Spyro, where I play as Lilith.
Wonderful, thank you.
I nearly forgot their names.
Look, names are hard.
That's how tired I am.
We already established that, vowels are hard in English language, but you know what else is hard? Like, just the whole English language. Do you want to be really annoyed by something?
Learn English.
Pacific Ocean has the letter C in it 3 times. All 3 times, it is pronounced differently.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
It's a fucking joke.
I mean,
That's all what it is. It's just we shove these words together and hope they make some fucking sense.
What are words?
I love doing stuff like that. I've had like so many times in games I just throw out little tidbits of information and just everyone goes, no, I didn't want to know that. So I like that this is my brand. All right, hey, let's try and recap so we all know what's going on. I watched the last session a couple of hours ago, so this is all pretty fresh in my mind. So, last time on Digimon Digital Adventures, Digital/Crash, our 4 friends here, like, we'll come up with a group name for you at some point,
At some point. We'll figure out what our like little guild or whatever was called.
We'll get a party name. We'll get something, but for now we'll just call you, the protagonists. That's what you are. So our 4 protagonists, they all met up at one of Megami Pai's multiple, or countless branches where they had some pie. They met each other. They had a nice chat. They got to interact for the first time. Well, like actually offline, and they were all excited about a convention that was coming up. So they saw some rumors. They saw some leaks. They read conspiracy theories. They complained about conspiracy theories, and then convention began the next day. And they were selected out of 100 people. They were selected as part of 100 people to take part in a brand new beta test for a virtual reality version of the global sensation that is Digimon Brawlers. They have all been digitized, putting them into the digital world, where we all met our partners. And then, just as everything was going all wonderful and great, and everybody is happy, and ooh yeah, digital world, let me play with my pets and my friends and just have a real fun time, this big bastard showed up. This giant red beetle thing, and just Velociraptor screeching at you. So, we are going into combat here, but you don't need to roll initiative right away. Before I will give you a chance to react, in character and maybe do a few bits and pieces. So before initiative is rolled, consider this like and I'm probably going to do this for most combat because aside from, if you ever got ambushed, I'm going to very much treat things like you can do a thing before combat starts, because it's not like, all right, that's it, I need to wait until something happens before I can go and hide. So, how do you and your partner react to big, scary red bug thing? Okay, I know I'm going to do Michael last, because I know exactly what Billy's going to do. So I feel I should find out what everybody else does first. So...
Are there any conveniently placed trees anymore, or did all the trees go away?
I'm guessing, are we in a clearing and like this is tree line, or? I was gonna
yeah,
ask.
on the Roll20, there is like a little map. But like if you...
Yeah, and I see nothing to hide behind around where we're standing.
So where you are, being here, yeah, the closest trees are about 6 to 7 meters away. So you could get there in one turn, because you can double move as an action.
Oh right, we can double. Okay.
So
I'm just gonna hide.
So yeah, do you want to position yourself over yonder? Oh wait, you're not in the Roll20. I'll move and hide.
Yeah,
in
hold
some
on one
trees.
sec. I'm launching.
All right.
I'm launching so I can see better. I was just looking off the stream, but then I realized, I should actually join the game so I can see everything.
I know. Oh, it's almost as if there's an advantage of being in the Roll20.
Okay. So, Cat and Plotmon, please describe how this is all going. Please just tell me what you are thinking, what you are feeling. Do you say anything? What is going through your
Don't
character's
like it.
mind?
I don't like it.
So, and then do you pick Plotmon up, or does Plotmon run with you, or?
Oh, I'm still holding Plotmon.
Oh yeah, so
we're doing cuddle shenanigans.
So you just cuddle sprint over. I mean, actually, you know what? With a double movement, you could. Let me just double check your movement. I think it's probably good enough. There you are. Your movement is 6. All right, yeah. So I think with a movement of 12, which would be your
It's like
double
on
movement.
This way.
Wait, hang on. That's your Digimon, not you. Your movement is 5. Okay, so with a movement of 10.
That's 9.
I've got the quickest way of being able to check this. So I literally just do that. And then I click that. Can you see that aura?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's 10 meters in every direction from you. That is everywhere you can reach.
I'm gonna go over like here. Hold on. How do I? Over here somewhere.
You want to pop yourself ping that spot again for me? There?
Yee.
Alright.
Hide in the trees.
And let's turn that aura off just so it doesn't get in the way. And Plotmon is with you.
Yes.
Okay. Miyahara, what do you and Impmon do? What are you thinking, feeling, reacting, saying, doing?
Nope. Nope.
So Mia was kind of like, she's looking around eyes wide, a bit perturbed by this sudden interruption, and she's gonna kind of hesitate for a minute and like act like she's standing her ground, and then watching as Cat sort of just runs off. She's just gonna kind of mentally tell herself, okay, so it's okay if I do that too. All right. And with that, she's going to make a run for it, probably like in the tree line right about here.
Yeah.
Or so. Try to hide by trees.
Like,
as
you know
one
what?
does.
Billy will punch the thing. I can hide.
As for Impmon, I need to check your movement. 6. Okay. as for Imp Mom's just gonna kind of look, watching Mia as Mia runs off. Face palm, drag his hand across his face. All right, let's do this.
Do that very cartoony, like pull down on the eyes and the lips and go, and then it
yeah.
twangs back up into place.
Hey, this is anime, okay? And I'm gonna say moves to like here
Mm-hmm.
to act as sort of like a buffer between point A and his new partner.
Okay. Okay. Rukia, what do you and Drakemon do? Drac? I think it's meant to be Drac. Is he meant to be like a little vampire?
Yeah, probably.
I'm
Probably
not sure.
Dragmon.
Both work.
Sorry, I immediately yawned. I feel like Rukia just takes one good look at his thing. Immediately her mind is like, oh, fuck. And she just sort of just stands in place. Just, in her mind, just going like, what do I do, what do I do, what do I do?
Mm-hmm.
On the other hand, Dragmon just looks at his thing and gets this really big grin on his face and is like, ah, there's the fight. And then immediately tries to go running over to it. Like about halfway, so math. Like he goes this way,
Mm-hmm.
and he just starts doing a little sprint, and then he stops, like skids his feet on the ground, and looks back like, Rukia, you coming? Anyone else coming? There's a thing. We can fight it. No? Okay, you keep standing there.
And then, if that's everything,
Billy can go punch it.
yep, Billy.
Well, not this turn.
True.
So Billy is going to just like seeing the positioning, aims, just goes like to about dang it, wrong thing. Just goes for about here, so they're midway between Impmon and Ghastly-mon. And Aberrant-mon just go, this is a bad idea, this is a bad idea, no. And just like very much is just gonna like try to just be kind of like hidden behind, like right about here, so that no one really notices them, because it'll either be Impmon or Billy that gets noticed, not Aberrant-mon.
Okay. And
Billy is just like set up ready to attack, because I don't think I have enough movement to get to Kuwagamon in this turn.
That's fine. And with that, because I'm saying this is basically what you all did the moment you saw Kuwagamon, so that's before Kuwagamon, well, like that's as Kuwagamon's landed. So now, time, because combat is weird, it makes time go really slow. So now, we can have everybody roll initiative. Initiative in this is you take your Digimon partner's agility score, and you roll 3d6 plus agility. And
So
tamers and
3d6
partners
plus 3.
share initiative.
Okie dokie.
So 3d6 plus whatever the modifier for agility is?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, that's the speed dex one, right?
I do not
It
have
should
any
just tell you what
modifier.
your at the
Yeah.
top of your Digimon sheet. It says Digimon information, and under that it should have your agility. So mine is 3.
Yeah, it should be right underneath your wound boxes.
I do not have any,
Okay, then I'm just looking at
any
the wrong
mod
one.
for that. So we're just
9.
Okay, so a 9.
I rolled
for-
a 6 on 3d6,
Oh,
y'all.
wow.
It's based off of our Digimon's agility, you said, right?
Yes.
Okay. I was like, I hope I'm not just like making this up in my brain.
ATB, your agility is 7.
Yeah?
Yeah, I thought you were saying you didn't have one.
No, like for modifier.
Ah, okay. Yeah, once again, like the quality modifier, that's to do with like special bonuses and stuff like that. So
Oh,
look at the totals.
no, I rolled a 10. I forgot that I had put the points up into my dodge, so I rolled a 10.
Still, that doesn't improve the actual dice numbers. So
Yeah.
No,
what
it
did you roll,
doesn't,
like a
but
3
it's
and
a
2
plus
ones?
1, okay? I get one extra point.
Okay,
Yeah,
so...
it would still be like no modifier for that anyway.
Fine.
I think.
Okay, so that is this big boys. All of that. Now let me see what everybody else has rolled. Now I'm actually looking at the thing. So Billy and Abradmon are a 16. Rukia is a 15. 15.
I believe a tired buys is 17, correct? Because you rolled
No, it's
10
a
plus
7.
Okay. I
Um,
misunderstood.
okay,
Thank
so
you.
what have you rolled there to get 7? Because when I look at
Yes.
your sheet here,
Just 36.
but Dracmon has a +7 in agility.
So like it's just for totals that it's added?
Yeah,
3d6 plus.
yeah. Modifiers just add stuff bonus. This isn't like D&D where you use the modifier. You use the base stat. So you use the 7. So yours is
Okay.
actually a 14 then.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry.
And don't apologize. We're all still learning. So. I love that. We go 16, 15, 15, 14, 10. So, with that, let's jump into battle, and very appropriately, Billy and Abradmon are the first to move.
Okay, because I can't remind me, because I'm wanting to have both Billy and Abrantmon do something. Is that allowed or not?
Yes, you share initiative, but you both get like separate turns. So Billy can move and punch something, Abratmon can move and punch something. You are two separate entities. You just share the same movement number. So you just share the same speed at which you move. That's it.
Okay.
It's
Then,
just
yes.
the stuff is needing like 10 things in every single initiative order.
Makes sense.
Okay. Billy, for the most part, is going to go up there and try to punch Kuwagamon and find out if that's a good idea or a bad idea.
Okay.
And just so that way we have the order done before the rolls. Next, Abertmon is going to do Sinister Slash, which would be allowing for it to, if I understood the rules correctly, to charge to where Kuwagamon is, attack, and then hide afterwards.
Let's see here. Allows an attack to also use movement. Yes. And you would also activate sneak attack. Okay, hang on. Let me just read this and let me understand it. Because I know we went through this. I'm just double checking everything. So, okay, yeah. So basically, since you are charging, basically, yeah, when you attack, you can move as you are doing it. So you can basically like do a run, like a run by. So run, hit, run up, keep on running. So long as you stay within your movement speed. In fact, you know what? Let me just quickly double check something. I'm sure it's not a super important thing, but I just want to quickly check this. So it'd be in here, and then it would be charge attack. Okay, so choose a melee, applying the charge, use the attack and move as one simple action instead of needing to be two simple actions, one to attack and one to move. Yeah, so you can literally do that, run, attack, and then use your second simple action to move and disengage. So yes, you can 100% do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
So
right.
that'll be the plan with, I'm guessing, that would end up with Ebertmon being kind of hidden in these like trees then afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
While Billy is just right in front.
Okay.
Noticed. Okay.
So, let's figure out these dice rolls we need to do. You remember how this works, right?
Yeah, I believe it is that I would do for fight stat, which would be 7d6, correct?
Let me just double check.
Because I'm looking at the fight skill. So that would be 7d6, and we see if like they hit versus their dodge, correct?
That should be
I
correct.
think so.
Let
yeah.
me just find where is fight. I assume. Yes. So you have a 7. So yes, you would roll 7d6 versus this Pokemon's dodge. Then we compare the amount of successful ones. Wow. Okay.
Not very successful.
None of those are successful. Wow. Okay. Because you need to roll a 5 or a 6 for it to be successful.
Just one.
None of those. They're all. It's 2, 2, 1, 2, 4, 3, 2. So,
Ooh.
So that fails. Now, for Eberthmon, for that one would be. I gotta double check this thing. I'm guessing that one I would do the same thing, but it would be. I'm rolling accuracy instead. Where I'd be rolling 5d6.
Yes. Yes, that is correct. So, let's go ahead and do that one. Okay, so that is 3 successes there versus 1. Versus 1 success on the dodge. So, that is 2 as your net positive. Now, let me just double check how the damage works, because I keep rereading this and then I forget it right afterwards. So, you have a +2, and then... So, the final number is a damage of a target with 10. Okay, so add the leftover successful accuracy die, so that's 2. Subtract my armor. And something. Hang on. Brain is going slow. Where's armor? There. So... Yeah, okay, so... my brain keeps blapping. 1 second. That is exactly what's going on in my head, just like, elevator music. I'm going, hang on. Like, I know how to do this. Why is it not settling? Okay, so when calculating damage, add the leftover successful accuracy die to your damage stat. So, Aberrantmon's damage stat is 3. So you add 2 onto that, which is 5. Then you take away the armor of the target, which let me just check. So, this Digimon's armor is 4. So,
1 damage.
yes. 1 damage. So, you know what, let me just...
1 damage.
Just imagine this epic anime sequence of, well, it has like a power of friendship speech, power of strength speech, all those stereotypical speeches, and to go in for the punch, and it's just like dink.
Well,
I mean-
the thing is Aberrantmon is very much about the death of 1,000 cuts. Billy is not.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
but that allowed for the perfect distraction of Billy going, ah! while doing nothing to allow for Aberrantmon to at least get in a single hit.
So,
You almost made it sound like the whiff was planned.
totally planned.
Yes, it completely went to Kaiku.
All according to Kikaku.
Sorry, I mispronounced. Thank you for the correction.
Okay. So, let's try and like animify all of those blunders and pausing and thinking and going, wait, how do dice work? So, Billy and Aberrantmon sprint up. I assume Billy leads in front, Aberrantmon follows a little bit behind. Billy runs up real hard and just punches. Just punches as hard as you can. And in doing so, you just clunk your fist into this Digimon's like leg, and nothing. It's like you barely touch it. It's like, ow, no. In fact, you have to like shake your hand because obviously you've never touched a Digimon before. You don't know how sturdy these things are. And whilst you're doing that, Aberrantmon, please describe how Aberrantmon makes this attack.
Okay. Aberrantmon, like, it is very much like, even though like we have the classification of the clap of the charge, it's more of an actual slash in the air as they like disappear.
Mhm.
They're like going along. Their movement is actually along the shadows of the ground, and before they pop up out of like the dark shadows of the trees, before striking, and then going from behind it, and then just dashing off into the trees to hide themselves again.
Okay, wonderful. And as that slash comes through the air, you see it. It makes contact with Kuwagamon, and it creates like a very small mark on it. Like Kuwagamon doesn't seem to notice it, but Aberrantmon knows I made contact. I've hurt it. Just got to do that a bunch more times, and we're good. And we will be good to go. All right, Rukia and Dracmon.
I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just on my end, because I am like sort of trying to use the flight or freeze thing for Rukia, so I'm gonna just I'm flipping going to decide what she's gonna do.
Okay.
Okay. So I got tails. So Rukia, after a brief moment of just freezing, she briefly snaps out of it, and then okay. Would Rukia be able to move to the side and try to see if she can remember. Okay, how would we go about fighting this thing? Like maybe make a knowledge check, possibly.
I think that would be a really smart thing to do.
Okay, so
Smart with the big brain.
oh geez, what is movement? I am very sleepy. Did you tell? So she's gonna move around. I think she can move up to here. Possibly?
Well, let's just double check. I think your movement will be about 5, and that's just off the top of my head. So,
Yeah,
let's
so
just double check. Movement
I think that's
7.
outside.
Rukia fast.
Okay, so Rukia speedy.
She just fucking
Rukia-
zooms.
It's fine. We're gonna go zoom over here.
Okay.
She's just gonna go super duper fast. Oh, okay. Then at a vantage point, she's going to try to see if she can remember. Okay, what do I know about this Digimon in order to fight it? So I am very slow, and I apologize.
Well,
We're all learning.
let's. I believe you could. I mean, whatever you want to justify this as, you could justify this, or whatever role really you think would be best. If you want to do knowledge, I don't think you could justify survival, because I think that's like, ooh, how do I? I mean, I guess survival is technically how do I not get eaten by a giant bug.
Yeah, but I think possibly knowledge in this situation might be better.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it would be 3d6 plus the knowledge.
Yes, that would be correct. So for you, that is plus 7.
Okay.
Yeah, because
also,
it's
I'm
plus-
going to just.
It's plus knowledge plus intelligence, so that'd be 3d6 plus 7.
Okay, I'm also posting this in the Discord chat just for proofsies.
Sorry, I'm just laughing at what Michael posted. They gotta go past.
It's gotta go fast.
So you got 4, 5, 6. So 15 plus 7 takes you all the way up to maths 22.
Yeah.
Okay, so the stream probably can't make this out very well, so I'm just gonna crack open a little chart here to explain what roles are, and what counts as what. So, rolling a 10 is considered a very easy task. A 22 is the very the very highest possible thing, because 22 and higher is considered almost impossible tasks. This is like your first skill check. And you just gone, big brain.
Fast speed, big brain.
Yeah.
Better than Sonic. Sonic, eat your heart out.
Okay, so at that moment, I mean, I know we talked about it last time, being very much like you're quite studious and you spend a lot of time learning, especially in the games. You know the tactics, you know how to perfect things. You know it. You know the meta. You're a hardcore meta gamer, and you immediately run. And you go. You stop. You turn. You look. You have some Rain Man moment where you can see all the numbers. You can see the stats. You understand it. You know, and you look and go. All right, Kuwagamon. It has quite a high defense, but it's quite wild in how it attacks, and it will lock itself in to attacks but force it to move in a single direction. So if you stay spread out and none of you ever line up in such a position, it can only ever hit one of you at a time. Because what it does is it does these like zoom attacks where it just takes everything out in its path. You do also know that... What else do you know about this thing? No, that's about it. It's got quite a high defense. Like its armor's quite tough, but its attack isn't that powerful. Like its attack will hurt. Its attack can hurt a lot, but it's used mainly as like a sweeper, like to just maw through things. So if you keep spread out, you can chip damage this thing down.
Okay. So Rukia, from her position, will relay this information best she can. Like, if we stay all spread out, then we should be fine. Just keep spread out. Don't stay too close. Chip away at it. It won't hurt that bad when you get hit. It's just that it's very, 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 very sturdy. Like cockroaches. They're just very sturdy. They're very annoying. Not even removing their heads can get rid of them. It's really weird, actually. That's why I don't like them. But yeah, just stay separated and keep whacking it.
Fount of information.
Which Dragmon is just smiling like, that sounds like a good plan. I was gonna whack it anyways.
So I was just about to ask, and what is Dracmon doing?
Okay, I was thinking of doing a ranged attack, but also I am not entirely sure how range works.
It just you take an accuracy penalty depending on how far away it is. So
Okay.
you can like chuck it for you can like attack range attacks can be fired at like any distance, but you get an accuracy penalty of 1 point for every like 5 meters the opponent is like further than 10 meters away. So like if it's 15 away, you get 1, 20 away, you get 2, 25, you get 3, so on and so forth.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
because like every Digimon can make melee and ranged attacks, so it's basically like no difference as far as I'm aware. Just
Okay.
seeing.
So, because I also have area attack as well.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of area attack?
Blast, where blast attacks create a circular zone whose origin point is somewhere within the user's range. I forgot to add more to it, but basically the radius is 1 meter at base. User may add their bit value to the radius. So I guess that just means that it's a more bigger range.
It's like if you do it like, hold on. If you have the blast be like over here somewhere, it should probably hit the insect, but not Billy.
Yeah. So like. So
Don't
right
hit Billy.
Don't
Don't hit Billy.
If I just slap that on in, that's why I keep these things lying around.
Okay.
That's got a 1 meter
Nice.
radius, so you can slap it there, or there, or there, or there.
Oh,
These are all the places you can hit.
okay. And I
And-
think Dracmon can. Oh, jeez, that's not the button. I believe Dracmon can move up here or here.
You don't
Possibly.
want to be within your own blast.
Oh, okay. So
Um,
maybe right here. Actually, I think that'll work. So, like, move him here, and then the blast radius it would be like 2 points from origin, or like it would be. So radius would be like 2 meters. So maybe move him here, and then can have it be there.
oh, can your radius be more than 1 meter? Is your
It can be up to 3, I believe.
Yeah.
yeah?
You
'cause
can
I guess-
add your
Yeah, I
bit
think it's based off of your bit total.
Yeah, just because the token I had just had 1 meter set as the standard, so that'd be a 2 meter radius.
Okay, so can like make the attack from here.
Oh yeah, easy. Just fume. Okay, so let's do all the dice stuff, and then we'll describe it and see how it all works. So let's figure this out. Because the thing, once you've done this like a couple of times, we'll all know exactly what we're doing. We don't need to think about it anymore, and that'll be much easier. Okay, so you start off by rolling accuracy, which you have a 7 as Dracmon. So you roll 7d6.
Okay. So I'll just put in all of the numbers in the chat because I'm not using the Roll20 to roll because the Roll20 doesn't like me.
Mood. This
As
is why I
Roll20
use
does
my-
sometimes.
I mean, you just need to keep track of 5s and 6s, really.
Okay. So I'll just put in the ones that all the 5s and 6s then. So got 2 6s and a 5.
Okay, so that is 3 successes versus Kuwagamon's 2 successes on its dodge. So you hit, and then you add 1 to your damage. Your damage is 6, so you add 1 to that, taking up to 7. And then we take off Kuwagamon's armor, which, as previously stated, is 4. So you deal 3 wound boxes to it.
Nice.
That's pretty
Nice.
big. That's pretty chunky. What is this attack? What does it look like? What does Dracmon shout as he does it?
Basically, Dragmon goes into position, and he does this little like giggle of like, oh, I've spent all day like planning this. I can't wait to show everyone. All right, serious face, game face, and darts go. And then, like these tiny darts made out of like I guess sort, I don't know, like shadowy energy just appear, and he just fires them at random, and for like flavor text, like 3 of them hit based off of like the 6, 5, and 6. Like 3 of them end up hitting.
Yeah.
And he just sort of just claps in place, and it's just like
Can you repeat the name of it? Because I think your audio cut out for a second as you said the name of the attack.
demi darts.
Demi darts.
Basically based off of one of
Demi-
his actual canon attacks.
Yeah. That's kind of similar to Demi Devimon, who just gets like a giant needle and chucks it. But I like the idea that you just like create little bat bird things and just go and so a bunch slam into Kuwagamon and he goes and rocks back a little bit. In fact, because of this, what Kuwagamon do is Kuwagamon mad, so
Oh no.
gonna adjust and pop himself there, and Kuwagamon is gonna line himself on up, and apparently Dracmon didn't listen to the tamer's advice, because yep. I was just checking that's how that works. Oh wait, no, the other thing I need to quickly check is the movement, which I think it most definitely has. It do most definitely have. Because Kuwagamon is going to hit everything in that straight line. And is going to zoom whilst doing it. So let me just... So, I need both Billy and Dracmon to roll dodge checks for me.
Do they get a bonus because there's multiple people?
I don't believe that is... I mean, let me just double check, because I could be completely wrong. So this is using the pass type attack. So
Yeah, it's. I was reading through for ranged attacks, and in the combat it says when using an area tagged attack, if there is more than one target, each target gains a bonus to their dodge pool equal to their RAM value.
yeah, so da-da-da-da. Let me just for pass attacks have the user charge in a straight line in a given direction, hitting every target along the way. Once the pass attack is called, the direction cannot be changed. They move a distance equal to a chosen movement score, and then continue to move an additional number of meters equal to or less than their RAM value. Pass attack.
That's an area attack, right?
Yes. It's the one at the very bottom of the area attack list. So, yep, zoom in a straight line. Pass attack requires movement to use. So if user has a pass attack, they must use up to 2 simple actions to use it. Okay, so no, I can't do that. No. No, because Kuwagamon does not have charge. I'm a liar. I am a big, stinky liar.
Well, you have 2 simple actions, right?
Yeah, but he had to move because Kuwagamon was here originally, and I moved him there to make him go there. So in that case, allow me to retcon, because now that I know he can't actually do that, and he is much more interested in hitting Dracmon.
Do you want me to keep the? I already rolled like the dodge stuff. Do you want me to just keep that?
Yeah, because you'll still need the dodge thing. Sorry, Michael, you didn't need to roll dodge at all. Kuwagamon is just... You know what? Kuwagamon's ignoring you. Kuwagamon's just like going, no. And he's going to fly straight past and attempt to hit Dracmon going there. Okay, so ATB, you've got your dodge rolls?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
It was 1. Oh
Well,
no.
Kuwagamon only rolled 1.
Oh.
Out of 7...
So you tied.
Got a 1. Let me just double check what happens in case of a tie. I think tying favors the attacker?
Tying favors the attacker, but they don't get a damage bonus.
No, they do not. Okay, wonderful. So,
are you using real dice?
I am, yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Or I'm using like a thing on my phone, but yeah.
So, the damage for this boy is that. What is Dracmon's armor?
5.
5? Okay, in that case, you take 2 damage. So mark that off from your total number of wound boxes.
Oof.
How's Dracmon looking after that?
He looks a tiny bit hurt, but he looks kind of fine. And he just looks back at Rukia like, I did it bad. I forgot to dodge.
Oh, sweetheart.
I'll get him next time.
And with that, we progress on to Mia and Impmon.
Okay.
What?
Did I miss anybody?
I thought I was right
No,
after.
sorry. I was just reading things wrong. I that was not related. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Phew. I was like, oh god, no, I made a mistake.
No.
Okay, how does, like, if you're trying to, like, sneak up or sneak around or something, do you move it like half or?
As far as I am aware, I do not think so. Let me just look at the combat action list to double check. Okay, so...
If I remember correctly, I think it's a stealth roll for the human,
Hmm.
and which would be agility, if that's what you're wanting to do.
Okay,
And
so...
it's Digimon. Dang it, it's the I think it's the dodge to do well.
That sounds about right to me. But, okay. So, what you would do, okay, is you would use a skill. So, like, well, what does that say here? So, Tamer Digimon makes a skill check in combat. This check would be move a hazard object, move which is considered a complex action, which I believe a complex action. Yeah, that would be like your whole turn. So you couldn't move and sneak.
Okay.
Well, so you couldn't move and be
okay.
hidden. So you can move, or you can stay hidden.
Ah. Okay. Well, in that case, I think Mia will, let's see, just double move, attempting to kind of like go around but keep to the trees. So I think that was 1 and yeah, so I guess sort of like move around to about here.
Okay.
As for Impmon, Impmon is going to move up just a bit and is going to, goodness gracious, come on, cheat. Let's do the thing. Boop-doo. Okay. So you said it was an accuracy roll to hit for range, and I don't think I'd take a penalty at this range. Don't believe.
No, certainly not at that range, no.
Okay. So I'm going to try to cast like let's see, about, you said a meter, so like about here to avoid hitting anyone.
Do you also have the area attack as well?
It is, I believe. I think.
Let's look at your sheet.
Yeah, because I have it's a blast.
Oh yeah, 100%. That'll be fine there.
Okay. So yeah, going to go ahead and summon this large ball of black flames that just kind of shoots out towards the enemy.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, accuracy. So I'd just be rolling like a straight 66, I think. Right?
Yep.
Yeah. Crap.
And that is one success.
Yeah.
Sadly, he got 2 successes on his dodge. So this attack does not hit as far. I mean, let me just double check how the area thing works. I'm like 99% certain it just means you can hit everyone in there. I don't know if it has a secondary effect or anything. So blast
on its own is just where it can hit. You would have to add an additional tag if you want there to be an additional effect.
Yeah, that's it. I was just double checking. Yep. All right. Cool. So, Impmon, sadly, the attack. You yeet the attack, and Kuwagamon just it like curls its wings in and like puts its claws up, and it just kind of blocks and takes the brunt of this fireball that you've just thrown over there. And it's like, as this black fire just explodes everywhere.
Imon just sort of grumbles in response. That was supposed to be cooler than it actually was.
I thought it was cool. Says
that'll be it.
Drakmon.
And if there is nothing else you would like to do, we move on to Cat and Plotmon.
Yep, I'm just reading something real quick.
Not a problem.
There was somebody outside my house just playing music, and my dogs are very bothered by it. My dogs do not like music. They like some forms of music.
I mean, if
Not
you're
all.
worried about it, like, being hurt, like, I can't hear anything coming out from your end, so...
Okay.
Same.
Like you would hear music being played and also just my dogs barking.
Don't hear any
Yeah.
of it.
Not hearing anything, so you're absolutely fine.
Oh, okay.
Okay? You think you figured
X is the
stuff out?
leftover accuracy dice. Okay. Okay. Huh. Okay.
You got it?
Yep.
Alright.
Yep. I have a question.
Yes.
Okay. Katarina is currently holding Plotman.
Mm-hmm.
Right, why? Oh, that's just the. Sorry, I was staring at the whoosh, and I was like, oh, that's just that. That just is. That's not doing anything right now.
Yeah, that's just using that to mark out areas, so ignore it.
Would she be able to move closer, drop Plotman, and then go back to the trees?
Yeah. If it's still in your movement speed, just move, drop, move back. It never
see,
says you need to
my-
move in a straight line. Your movement speed is like 5 or 7 or something, isn't it?
No, mine is 5.
Yeah, 5. It doesn't say anything about having to only move in one direction, so you can move 3 meters forward, drop Plotmon, and move 2 meters back. Which I love the image of. So, just emerging out the trees, this cute little cosplay girl walks out, drops her little plushy friend, and just hides back in the trees.
Why does that sound like it would be something out of Fire Emblem? With all of
there.
With all of some of the characters that are in Fire Emblem, that seems like a thing that could happen.
She goes like here, and then
And again, what would
Go
people
back
in
to
Fire Emblem
here, I guess.
cosplay as? I'm getting distracted. I'm sorry.
You're
Oh my
fine.
fucking god. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Would she drop Plotman exactly where she used to be standing, or would she drop within like the 1 meter box?
I could say within like the 1 meter box. That's fair.
Trying to figure out if I really want Plotman to be that close. Well, they haven't done anything yet, so they can do a thing and then run away.
Yes. This is
Okay.
genius. You are, using your tamer's movement to essentially double your Digimon's movement.
All right, so Plotman's right there.
Mm-hmm.
They are going to use where's my sheet? Thank you, sheet. They're going to use kitty wailing, which is a high-pitched paralysis attack. It's a burst. So, but because of where I put them, I think you can choose whether to extend the range.
Let me just. I'm almost certain you can. You may add their bit value.
Okay.
Yes, so you may.
So it has to be at least 1 meter all around, but it doesn't have to be the 3 that it can get, which means the Plotman is just gonna just this Cackle comes out, drops Plotman, goes back in the trees, and the Plotman looks at this big insect and then just goes.
Okay, so now we actually need to look into how effects work, don't we? And you said that.
Yes. So it's the same. It's the same rolling accuracy versus dodge, and the it has a minimum 1 round of effectiveness, and then the leftover accuracy successes will extend it.
Okay, so
That's what I was looking up.
well, I will 100% take your word for it. Although I am also going to read it, so I can
That's
be like,
fair.
oh, yes. This is not me doubting you, this is just me going, so that's how that works. Cool. Qualities. It's called attack effect, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, no, wait, it wouldn't be in there. No.
No, where I found the information was under the attack effects section of Chapter 4 Combat between interceding and clashing.
There we go, yeah. There they all are. So this is paralysis?
Yep.
Okay, so for paralysis, the target treats all terrain as difficult terrain for the duration of the effect and takes penalty to their dodge equal to the user's bit value. The target was clashing, the clash ends. So, you're basically halving this boy's movement speed, and they take a penalty to their dodge equal to your bit value.
Which is 1.
So, making it easier to hit them, and so they can't move around as much, which is genius. Okay, so let's do the rolls.
I got 2 successes.
I got 1 success. So you get a +1. And so that means it's going to be 2 plus your bit. So for 3 rounds, this boy is paralyzed?
I thought he was paralyzed for 2 rounds, but the damage, the penalty from the dodge penalty is 2. Is 1 because my bit is 1. Did I get a bonus to the rounds duration? I don't think so. Equal to my bit value.
Yeah, do you not add your bit value as well onto that?
The bit value is for calculating the penalty to the dodge. So it's -1 for his dodge. The actual can I brain, please? The actual duration itself is just decided by the leftover accuracy dice.
Okay. Sorry, my brain is just going here.
You're fine.
It's math.
Oh, it's worse than math. It's this isn't just numbers. It's like numbers and understanding things. So not there. It's that one. Nope, not that one. I lied. It's that one. So choose one. Like that. That's also going to be a. Yep. Yep. Okay. Cool. So, for 2 rounds, he can only move half his speed and has a -1 to dodge. Figured it out. Got it. Nice.
Yeah.
And then
And then Plotmon's gonna come back here.
So, I kind of want to know what the interaction between Plotmon and Cat is for that entire thing, because Cat, you literally just like walked out and dropped Plotmon, and then she ran back in. Like,
I kind of just looked at Plotmon, gave him a little nod, walked out, put him down, and then ran away. And Plotmon was like, "Oh, okay," and then ran, and then ran back, and then jumped on me.
I love it. It's so good. So with the scream, you see Kuwagamon. Kuwagamon just kind of like flails his arms, and Kuwagamon doesn't have a face per se, but you know, like in a video game, you can kind of see like where the face would be looks perplexed, and you see like just because of the loud shriek is like a little bit dazed and a little bit confused and a little bit like, god, I can't really move as well. And, like, it's just like stunned. Like, I don't like any of this. And that brings us back round to the top with Billy and Aberrantmon. Let's try and smash this guy.
This may come up because, did we establish how aspect would, because of fist first, would apply?
Okay. I know we talked about it a lot, and then I don't know if we ever did anything more of that. So, how do you feel that would come into play right here? Because that's your major aspect, isn't it?
Yeah. Though, I just was wondering how you want to do it dice rolls, because, like, that's why Billy has been going to attack for. Because.
Okay. So, if you want to invoke that, because obviously you can only invoke it once per day, I'm not sure what would be more appropriate here. If we just add +4 to your accuracy, as in meaning you roll an additional 4 dice, or +4 to your damage. What do you feel is more important? Being able to land the hit, or the hit hitting hard?
I feel like it hitting hard would be more interesting than, because that makes it actually everything else is aligned.
Because
you're good with that.
Yeah, because obviously, you know, yes. The thing is, like, if you increase the accuracy, that would also, because the more successes you get, the more you get to your damage as well. So that would probably be a little bit broken. So yeah, so we'll say you get to add +4 to your damage on this, which is kind of terrifying. Basically, you just negate his armor.
Okay.
Because this dude has 4 armor.
I just wanted to make sure. Okay, before I did my action. Okay, so
right.
Aberrantmon is gonna go first, being kind of like right about here.
Mm-hmm.
Here, so they are no wait, because they'll have a negative to accuracy for range unless they're at least 2 squares away, and they are going to do their ranged attack. Dang it, I forgot the name.
Okay.
Conundrum Crush.
So, are you treating every square like it's 5 meters?
Yeah.
Every square
they're
is
1
1
meter.
meter.
Okay.
So you can be much further away.
Okay, so can just be right about here then?
Yeah, that'd be absolutely fine.
Okay. So I'm guessing it would be the same thing of an accuracy roll, and would just double the effect that just happened with Lothmon, so that if when hit, Kuwagamon cannot move. this
Oh,
entire round.
Are you paralyzing as well?
Yeah.
Immobilizing.
Oh wait, yours was immobilized, not paralyzed. So I read the wrong.
Different effects.
Yeah, I'm big dumb.
You're fine.
There's lots of things that sound similar but are very different. So,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because I think it is at least would remove movement to 0 after
Yeah.
the attack, but it is still a range accuracy with no negatives. I believe,
Okay.
correct?
there are no negatives. So, okay. So, gosh, hang on. I did lots of things wrong, so now my brain is just being like, meh. Okay, no, I was right. You paralyzed, and now you're trying to immobilize as well. So there's going to be like 2 separate effects. All right, cool. Got it. Yes. Okay, so you can do it. You can just stop him moving at all. His paralysis, you've lowered his dodge and made it so his movement speed is half. Immobilizing means he cannot move at all. So he cannot move, which means he can only attack anybody who is stood right next to him.
Which is currently no one.
Which is currently no one. And his dodge will still be lower. So, yes,
Nice.
you roll your...
Also, his dodge being lower affects his ability to fight off other effects.
yes, it does.
I think so, yeah.
Hee.
So, to do what you need to do is it's still obviously using your accuracy, which we know for Abertmon is a 5, so you need to roll me 5d6.
Oh, my bad.
You rolled yes. Okay. Well, I can tell you right now, he got no successes. So, you automatically succeed then. So,
Did you get any extra successes on your accuracy dice?
got 1 success, so he is immobilized for 2 turns.
Okay, then Billy is going to... It's just enough to line up and get there and start punching.
Okay, go for it.
Which, that is... Dang it. 7d6, correct?
Yes, I do believe so.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, I see 2 successes, and he only got 1 success, so you may add +2 to your damage, plus the... Are you invoking your major... Your yeah, it is major. Your major asset? Aspect, is
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, because I don't think we're gonna really be fighting anything more this episode, are we?
No.
And that's 1 day, correct? Is each session?
Yeah. So, you invoking your major aspect will grant you an additional +4 to your damage. So, your damage is plus whatever it says on the sheet, +4, +2, minus
So
this
12.
dude's armor of 4, which is 8. And guess how many wound boxes this guy has left?
2?
0.
Well, from where he is now, he is on... I'm going to zoom in as much as I can so nobody calls me out for cheating and lying and making things easy. He has 8 left. Billy, you dropped him to 0.
Nice.
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 Billy, you have full narrative control over how this ends. How do you defeat Kuwagamon?
Actually, like, I like the idea that we just, for narratively, we've all just, like, the Digimon keep on shooting range, and so Lopmon's Rail, you have Dracmon, all of them are just combined as, in a second, when Billy slams their fist right into Kuwagamon, and there's like a giant flame, a digital flame on their fist, that kind of like, after they've hit Kuwagamon and turn into digital dust, like that same flame is on Aberrantmon and the Digivice for a second or two, as they almost are adding the data to them.
Yeah, I like
You're
that.
not allowed in my
Nice.
dice box. You're not allowed in my dice box. No.
Loki!
You are correct, it is Loki.
Okay, so whilst Vin wrangles a cat, if I may,
So cute.
allow me to paint a word picture of sorts. Aberrantmon has just used Conundrum Crash right after Plotmon had shrieked at some order events. There is Plotmon shriek. Kuwagamon goes, "Ugh, what's going on?" Aberrantmon appears out of nowhere and slashes across the air, creating this distortion that seems to fly across the air. The distortion hits Kuwagamon, leaving Kuwagamon totally immobile as Billy leaps out from behind, fist raised, and contacts straight in between Kuwagamon's giant gaping maws. Like, you know, those giant scissor things coming off its face, just... All the while, Dracmon and Impmon have both got attacks ready to fire as if they were about to... You know what? You fire them anyway. They fire, they go off in the background for cool explosion effects as Billy connects the fist straight into Kuwagamon's face. And in doing so, this stream of orange data envelops Billy's fist like a flame that then pushes through Kuwagamon, who just seems to burst in an explosion of Digitama, which is basically binary code. A bunch of ones and zeros just explode and fly everywhere as this orange essence of data envelops Billy's fist and the Digivice, and you can see Aberrantmon, and you know what? All the Digimon, you see a small aspect of this data just kind of like flow into you, and all the Digimon are like, oh hey, yeah, that feels good. You all feel a little bit stronger. You all feel a little bit better. And with that, Kuwagamon is gone. Kuwagamon gone. And
Kuwagamon, more like Kuwagagon.
Kuwagagon.
Wow.
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 You remember that pun?
With
Puns are
that, all four of your Digivices in their various forms come up with a little. They start beeping, and they start beeping out a little, like a little victory tune, like a.
Nice.
And on your Digivices, depending on what they are, you know, there's like a little pixelated version of your Digimon partner doing a little like fist pump or victory animation. So, you know, so for example, Dracmon's might be more like, you know, lifting hands and laughing to herself. Impmon might like swipe a hand over his head. Plotmon might just like wag its tail and be like, yeah! There's a little pixel 8-bit animation of celebrating victory.
So
Nice.
cute.
With that, do people want to take a quick 5 to 10 minute break?
Yep.
Sure.
Yeah, I need to go.
Sounds
take
like a good
quick break for food.
Yeah, my dogs are agreeing that it is also time for a quick break. So, we'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes or so. See you all real soon. Alrighty. Welcome back, everybody. We have just finished our first combat. And immediately after the combat is happening, how's everyone reacting? What is the general feel? I assume you all like gather back up together and like high five and be like, "We can did it!"
High fiving more. I don't want to do that again.
Aberrantmon is very much as they kind of like go up close, like that was not wise. That wasn't smart.
Rukia is currently doing like the whole 4-7-8 like breathing technique just to calm herself down a bit. She doesn't seem too like she isn't like fully on panicking, but she is just trying to calm herself down from from like panic mode. Meanwhile, Brakmon is just sort of like doing like very happy like fist bumps into the air and just doing a little dance, just all happy that he managed to do stuff. And then he just goes over to Rukia and pats her leg like, it's okay. Next time you'll do better. Or you can just stay on the sidelines. I can beat up enough people to make up for it.
Yes, we all got our own unique skills. Not all of us can do the punching.
I can also bite people.
Oh, biting's good. Biting's good.
Yeah, people don't like it when I bite them though. They say it's a cheap tactic.
Well, here's
I
the
respond
thing.
by more biting.
Yeah. See, that's the circle of bites there. Now, you tend to avoid the circles of bites if you ask for consent first, but in the heats of battles, you sometimes don't get that luxuries.
No. I mean, if I were up against, oh no. Let's say, Kuwagamon try to pick a fight with me. I don't think, if I just kept asking them, hey, can I throw a punch or can I bite you, I don't think they would respond with an affirmative. Anyway, that was good. I like that
Yeah.
fight.
Yells did some good jobs.
Hmm.
Mia's been like inching her way back to the group slowly but surely, and once she arrives, she's just gonna kind of like pant as if she was chasing something. Just, I thought I saw something else, so I was gonna go check it out and stuff. Yeah.
Was it?
Okay, so you can just admit that, like, you were making sure of tactical advantages from the trees, you knows?
No, it was definitely. I thought I saw something in the breeze. Okay. Yeah. Good job, everyone.
I didn't like that. I just want to cuddle my Digimon. She's like holding Plotmon and like resting her chin on their head.
I mean, look at the bright side, and Rukia is just slowly walking over. This is a big field. There was only one. And not one of the bigger Digimon. Then again, I wonder how terrifyingly awesome Gray Skullmon would look. Ooh,
Yeah, I would like to punch him. That sounds like a challenge theirs.
Okay. Can everybody please make me a perception roll?
Yeah.
Just a D20 plus my perception stat.
3d6 plus
Oh, okay.
perception plus willpower.
Oh, right. It's D6s.
Okay, 3d6 plus perception and willpower?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
In your on your
that is-
sheet, you should see something that just says, total
Mm.
or roll
Yeah.
on the right column.
I'm gonna take another
20
screenshot of
even.
this.
20. Mm-hmm.
20 exactly. Though I do have
Yeah,
a
I
plus
had a
7,
12.
so.
I'm posting this for prosperity's sake. I rolled a 14,
Yep.
so... And for OB plus perception and willpower, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be a 14 plus 7...
21.
21.
21.
You guys are stacked when it comes to these kind of rolls. It's almost like you all min-maxed.
I mean, really for this sort of, for like the character creation, it seems like the only way to make stuff even, like avoiding, like in order to follow up by the rules of like having every stat have a certain thing beforehand and stuff. Like you feel. What am I trying to say?
No, I get it. The creation of this is good. It allows for a lot of variety and, well, yes, words and such. Okay, so we have 20, we have 21. Billy and Mia, what did you two get?
12.
16.
12 and 16, so let me just... That one. Okay, so 12 is very...
Sir, do you really have to be behind my computer?
Yes.
Sure. Come on, baby, lay down.
So, going through all these. 12 is a simple task, 16 is a slightly difficult task, 20 is incredibly difficult, and 21 would also fall under incredibly difficult. So, everybody, except for Mia, which I find to be hilarious, considering what Mia was just saying, the rest of you, you can see / hear several several creatures, beings. You can hear like muttering and chittering and like maybe feet trampling on the ground, coming from all around you. There's maybe like 5 or 10 or 15. They're all just, you can just see and hear. You can see like these shadowy figures, and you can kind of hear them go. Oh, did you see what you did? Except Mia, who's just there going, "Yep, there's nothing in the trees. I went and checked."
It's almost like Mia wasn't truthing.
Out there. Out there. Yeah, Rukia and just looks around, and Rickman looks up like, "Spoke too soon?" And Rukia's like, "I spoke too soon. You're stuff in trees." Oh, I hate it when that happens.
Okay.
You say something and then the other thing happens, and then you just look like a fool. I do that like every day.
Mia, meanwhile, is just like, "Yep, check the perimeter. Nothing. We're good. We're good."
Okay. Then these figures they step out, they make themselves known, and you see a whole variety of different like small, low-level bug and forest type Digimon. So there's like Tentamon and Kunamon and there's lots of fun Beamon. So lots of like small, weak, timid-looking like bug Digimon, kind of like gently buzz their way out of the trees and forest, and one steps forward, a little Tentamon. So Tentamon, for those who don't know off the top of their head, is like this little beetle, this little red beetle with these adorable little claws, and kind of like flaps its little wings, and goes, "Oh boy, I can't believe you did it! You defeated the evil Bug King."
Kuwagamon?
Yeah, him! You beat him up! Oh, wow! He'd been tormenting us for so long!
Oh, okay, so you're not mad at us. Okay, good.
No, this is really good!
King.
Pardon?
Dracmon is just like, very seriously, since we defeated a king, does that mean we are now king?
I mean...
Am I king now? I don't think I can handle that pressure.
If we're using fundamentally outdated and immoral and just plain and simple, like, bad forms of assigning government, yeah, I guess so. But
I don't want to use those things. I don't want to be king.
Yeah, no, I think out of choice we'd probably have some kind of democratic election.
Oh, okay.
Either that or rule by committee.
Democratic election.
Okay, Tentamon.
Yeah?
You say this was a threatening king, yet you don't know the names of it. That's highly suspicious.
Oh no, we know it's Kuwagamon. We were just referring to his title. Kuwagamon's a... Well, he's just a... Well, he was, because, And Tentamon kind of gestures to, like, the sky around him and goes, because now he's gone. But yeah. Wow. That's really great. Speaking of, who the heck are you? I've never seen a Digimon like you before.
Oh, we're not Digimon.
We are not your typical Digimon.
Are you trying to lie to this Tensomon?
No, Billy is
Rukia
really
is
pointing
just
out,
looking now at Billy,
saying,
just like,
no, it's not a good idea to say that we are human. That's what they're
Why?
trying to indicate.
Why?
But
We've
this
all
is
played
the-
these games, and they've always had tamers in them.
Yes, and who do they first attack when they have the advantage? Someone who is not a It's the tamers that always get attacked first, while the Digimon are safe for a bit.
Really?
Is this
I've never
don't wanna
played a
attack.
Digimon game.
character. Is this like an in-character conversation or out of character?
Out of character. I
Yeah.
am genuinely confused.
Like, this is one like I've seen time and time and time again. And once they know that you're a tamer, then they usually you're considered a threat or by something. It's very negative effect to reveal that you're a tamer right off the bat, because someone always uses it to their advantage, and that's exactly how you had Kuwagamon causing so many troubles and eventually allowed for so many times of certain female characters getting kidnapped. But starting with, oh, I'm a tamer, I'm human, I'm special. Then Kuwagamon kidnaps them and the Digimon is left safe.
Okay. So,
Mia's gonna kind of just whisper to
So you're paranoid then. Got it.
to the group. Are they not aware this is a game?
I don't know, but let's just play it off as though we're a different type of Digimon until we know for certain, because this doesn't seem like a training area.
I don't think we should also give them a complex of telling them their entire world is a lie. That
Exactly!
never goes well.
Yeah, it never does!
what are you talking about?
Meanwhile, Cat's just like, hi, I'm Cat.
Oh,
Well-
It,
My full name is Katarina, but people just call me Cat.
oh,
we were discussing whether we consider you guys a threat or not, and it's agreed you're not a threat for the moment.
oh,
So we're not gonna fight you.
oh,
Drake Machos pipes up. Yeah, you guys are all small. Well, some of you are small.
oh,
You're smaller than me.
we're not big on fighting. You know, it's kind of how Kuwagamon got in charge, because, you know, he threatened to beat us up. But, you know, whew, we're just glad you don't want to fight us, because we wouldn't be much
But you don't
use
want to
to
fight
you.
either. I don't like fighting.
No, it's so violent.
It is. It's not fun.
Hmm.
This is Plopmon.
Hi, Plot.
They're my partner.
Tensmon waves one of his little claws. Hi.
Plopmon waves a paw.
Nice to meet you all. So, how did you get here?
I'm not sure. We just kind of got here.
This
Yeah,
I think
just-
this is
he
where
just
our
appeared.
data arrived at, and we just dealt with it.
Well,
We're not data for this area.
it sure is convenient, because, you know, you sure helped us out. It's very serendipitous. I mean, you know. Oh. Well. So.
I'm glad we could help.
Yeah, it really does mean a lot. You know, I'm sure there's plenty of other Digimon out there who could really do with some help. You know, there's been some really bad things going on.
What kind of bad thing?
You know, some Digimon have just been acting all wild and like doing bad things when they normally wouldn't. And other Digimon, they've just straight up gone missing. Just disappeared.
Speaking of disappearing.
Ah. This is very. I
Sorry,
agree
Discord
with
board.
you. Now, you'll have to forgive me, Tentamon. I'm very suspicious. So that sounds as though, like, you're hiding something, but I doubt you actually are.
No.
Rickmon just pipes up. I think they're just confused about the situation.
No.
I mean, I'm confused. I mean, I'm a bit confused on
And
the
that's
whole
Imon.
disappearing.
Kay, were you trying to say something?
Itmon's just gonna kind of look at Billy and just be, "You're a suspicious sort, aren't ya?"
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I believe the word for that is paranoid.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
that word.
Hey, I was
Paranoid.
prepared for a fight. I was prepared for Kuwagamon, and you thought I was paranoid about being prepared for a fight.
I'm just really sorry that you thought we were up to something. Or that, no, I'm sorry. I'll work harder to, be less
It's
suspicious.
more. This is why I
It's not
often
your
yeah. This
it's-
is why I'm often whispering with someone who's smarter than me.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault, little one. It's all in his head.
Yeah, I can't help it that I'm very much a vaccine type, and I look for viruses where there is no virus.
No, that actually makes a lot of sense. You can never be too careful, except when you can be. I mean, anyway, so there is like a whole bunch of because you know how you got here, right? There was like a big beam in the sky, and then you were here. That's why Kuwagamon came over here. He's a big beam of light kind of draw him in, like one of those bug zappers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Oh.
There was like 24 other ones that just appeared all over the place. It all happened at the same time. And yes, this has been happening for like the last couple of months, but never this many at once. And
Months.
yeah, last couple of months, maybe a year. Because every now and then, there'll be lots of talk and reports of a light beam. And that's kind of when all the bad stuff started happening. I mean, the extra bad stuff on top of there's normal bad stuff, because that's the world. Bad stuff happens, and that's, it happens. It's not great, but, it is what it is. But ever since those beams of light, there's been a lot more.
Well, how about you do us a favor? We get some foods and such from you guys, and then we head
Katarina's
off
gonna
to
come
where...
all closer to Rukia and be like, "Oh, so the company is doing bad stuff then. The company is causing the bad stuff."
Yes, that is a very
damn.
certain virus we must try and root out. The company.
You didn't hear that. We were whispering to each other, dude. You're 2
Oh, I'm
meters
sorry.
away.
I didn't hear the whispers part. Sorry.
It's alright, we all make
Rukia's
mistakes.
just like, sounds like a lot of movies, honestly. Like, I don't know, there's like a bunch of, it's like an action movie plot where it's always the government. You understand?
Yeah.
Always the government. Always.
All right, and you were asking the little mons for food and rest, right?
Yeah, food and directions towards where the next slide is, because maybe we can help them out, or maybe they can help us out. Because I don't think we're supposed to vaccine types like us are supposed to be in a forest.
Rickmon just looks at Billy like, I'm not a vaccine type, though.
Yeah, but we often have our that would be me in particular is vaccine, and I have a great virus. Where did Everettmon go?
Hiding.
Yeah, Everettmon hides in plain sight. Alright. Oh well. Roughly, maybe we can find out where the source of the problems, and we can help eradicate more problems, as us vaccine types like to do.
Maybe we start with food first?
Yes, food.
Alright, yeah, Come on, we'll take you to our little village. And, we'll find some food. We'll share it with you. You know, you can tell us all about where you come from, and we'll tell you all about what we know. Wouldn't that be nice? And all the other little bugs, they'll go, yeah!
Tiny bug village.
And then they form a single file line, like ants do, and they just start walking into the woods, motioning for you
Cat's
to follow
gonna
them.
pop on the back of their little single file line.
You know what?
So well written.
You know what?
Meanwhile, Dragmon is just singing to himself.
I was about to say, yeah, they sing a little song as they do it. What are they singing? How does this go? What are the words and what is the tune to all these bug Digimon just walking?
All the songs I'm thinking of are copyright.
My brain's remembering that the little tune of like the ants go marching.
Yes.
Go marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. That one.
I mean, it doesn't matter. It's just a fun, happy tune. You know, it could be like Ding Dong, Kuwagamon's dead. It doesn't really matter.
Yes, Ding Dong Kuwagamon's dead.
But it's very joyful. It's very pleasant. It's very just happy. And you walk for 10 minutes, 20 minutes. It's not that far away, and you soon find yourselves in it's not a small clearing like you were before, but you kind of have to like go through like a small little tunnel which they guide you into. Some of you might need to like duck down or maybe crawl a little bit, and doing so you then find yourself like inside of a tree. And this tree is huge, like massive, and there's tiny little domes and huts and everything built on multiple layers. There's ladders, and there's Digimon who just like fly down from one layer to the next, and there is like a whole village in this tree.
That just gives me big Breath of the Wild, Great Deku Tree vibes.
Mia's just looking around. Ooh, how pretty.
I wonder if this is Cherrymon.
It could be.
Oh,
But this is
no,
very impressive.
one time we tried to, make our home in a Cherrymon, and he threw us out real fast. He wasn't happy about it. But no, this is just
I'm
our
just
home.
imagining like one of those Heidi trees from the like original Digimon.
That is basically what it is.
Oh, Heidi trees.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a Woodmon, right?
No, it's just a tree. I mean, one time I did accidentally go into a Woodmon because there was one walking by, and he did not like it. He spat me out real fast.
Oh. Huh.
But, yeah, do you want some food? We can get you some food. Oh, we got honey.
Let's do that.
And with that, some of the fun Beamon, they like fly down with like full-sized honeycomb, and each honeycomb is kind of like it's about the size of like a sandwich, like each hexagonal segment, and they'll just like hand you like a whole ass piece of honeycomb.
Billy's gonna break off a piece of like a branch to put it on the honeycomb on, so that way they can just eat the honeycomb on a stick. And while they're doing that, I imagine Abermon just kind of like comes out of the shadow and starts nibbling on it too. Ah, there you are.
So
I would guess that Impmon is like already over halfway through said honeycomb. Meanwhile, Mia's just like trying to eat delicately, I guess? Like daintily, that's the word.
Rukia is just takes a bite out of it and is just like, I mean, I knew honeycombs were edible, but this tasted pretty good. See why people eat these. Meanwhile, Dracmon is just already done eating.
So with that, Tentamon, who's very happy that just in general, just happy. Been living not a fantastic life under Kuwagamon's rule, and is now just like yay. So basically, you're being treated as like really special, honored guests. You're getting a lot of attention. They'll give you like little presents and things like that. So they'll give you like bunches of flowers or like a really nice little hat that they made themselves out of like leaves and branches. And there's lots of like, oh wow, oh can you? We saw you do the fight. Can you show us that thing you did?
Okay, and Billy will literally go over there. Okay, now as you get it up and just bit by bit showing those off to the hand side, while Aberrant is just continuing to eat on the honeycomb.
Okay, so if there's anything any of you want to do for like however amount of time, or we can just say, all right, you enjoy, you eat. They'll make actual food as well for you, not just honeycomb. But so they'll do that. They'll set you up places to sleep, and you can all like unwind and do your evening routines, unless there's like anything you specifically want to do involving like all the Digimon and the celebration and the happiness and all of that.
Just want to give them pats.
Just every single one. Pat.
Pat.
Probably when Billy has a moment alone, like purposely like making sure they're hidden, it's going to see if like they can remove the head thing, just to see if like they can remove the head thing that's on them in real life, to do like hopefully just ideally just like took it off, take a look around, then put it back on if they can.
Okay.
Like take off the
VR.
VR?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So before I go into that, Kay, I think you were trying to say something a moment ago.
Oh yeah. Basically, Mia, like once she gets food on her stomach and gets calm and collected and stuff, she's just gonna like regale these wild tales of like adventure seeking pie and this, that, and the other, because they asked to like learn about where we came from, so she's keeping vague as per Billy's request, but is absolutely hamming it up and like being storyteller. Here's all this cool stuff. You might hear like a plot or two of like movies that she's acting is just like totally just what it's like where we come from.
For a moment, she talks about this kid that's just going, and Mom says you're not really dead. I'm sorry, it just came in my head and I had to.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm guessing you got a tale of a Link too that's thrown in there.
Of a Link?
Like Legend of Zelda?
Yeah.
I mean,
Maybe. I'm not personally out of character. It's not a series I closely follow, but
it
I think it's because ATV keeps making
it's fine.
graphical wild
I would joke about
references.
like, how dare
mm-hmm.
All right. So and then
If
before
any of the Digimon ask Kat about like what her life was like, she's just gonna tell them that she likes to sing and dance and not to fight, and then she'll give them like mini concert if they really want.
Oh yeah, well, when you tell them that, they're like, us too. Come and sing and dance with us.
I would love to.
And so there'll be a cute little group, and basically doing like You know what? They've got a karaoke machine. Screw it.
Yes.
Okay, so you're
Time
really
to
this
go
is
over to
basically
the
Princess
karaoke
Mimi.
machine.
Oh yeah, this is 100% like the Princess Mimi episode. Okay, so there's that. I will come to Billy in a second. That's like important stuff, like world building stuff. So before we do that,
Mia would have eventually joined in the karaoke because she loves that sort of stuff.
Rukia, what would you like to do?
Rukia is sort of just going back and forth on just interacting with various Digimon and just sharing very vague stories of her life and where she came from. And for her, totally, she makes like references that anyone wise would know. Oh, she's referencing that game with like the little dude with the sword and fighting Ganondorf and all that. And
But they don't know
mentioned
anything.
yeah. And Arctic, I know you mentioned flowers, so I just had this idea. Drakemon goes off to where the flowers are, and then after a while he comes back over to Rukia, and with this, basically it looks like he made a tiny little bracelet out of like black rose petals somehow, and he's just like, "Hey, I made you this, and for like a friendship bracelet, and also because I see what you're going with, and I wanted to make sure that fit your style. So yeah, here. And also, next battle, we're gonna kick butt." Then he runs off.
This is so wholesome. This is so beautifully wholesome. All
Yeah.
right.
I'll-
So, Billy, in your moment of solitude, you go off and you know where the headgear is, and you just reach up and you like try to grab hold of it and you try to remove it, right?
Yeah, it's very much just to see to make sure. Okay, there's a way out if we need to, right?
Okay. So the moment you put your hands where the headgear would be, in front of your eyes, like a little visor comes up, and like in big red letters, it goes, "Warning! Warning! Do not unsafely remove headgear. Exiting may only be done at exit ports. Warning! Warning!"
Mm.
Removal of
So
headgear
it's not
could
even
result.
allowing kind of like it's not even allowing kind of like the small little sliver of that you're like with most VR where like you're able to see the environment around you as well as what's inside the thing.
No. It's very much like it says like removing unsafely can result in, and then like a whole garbled jargon of technical terms, and one that stands out is misplacement of data transference.
Oh.
So
That's important. Like that's all I really needed to know.
Yeah.
And probably just is sitting next to probably a Palamon that's probably just in the back, kind of like swaying to the song,
Mm-hmm.
just very unnoticed.
All right. So the evening of karaoke and partying and frivolities and happiness and just niceness goes on. It comes to nighttime where you can all sleep and rest up. They create like a small nice area for you to sleep in. They lay out. They don't have like beds, but they lay out some like blankets and some sleeping bags and some pillows, and they lay all that out for you.
I get to cuddle with Plotman.
What is everybody's evening routine? So they'll have like an area where you can go and like wash up and things like that. So I've got all that. You can stay hygienic and do anything you want to and need to.
Oh yeah, I feel like Rukia would just go about like the usual, like washing up before bed. While
Mhm.
Drakemon's in the background, just asking a bunch of questions. Like just out of like curiosity and trying to get to know Rukia better, just like, hey, how's your favorite this? What's your favorite that? How do you feel about this? Just very hyperactive and energetic.
All right. Does anybody else have anything specific they want to do with their evening routine?
Cuddles.
The thing is that Billy does, after kind of like has everything settled, we are by ourselves in this hut area. I'm guessing it's like small enclosure that's away from everyone.
Yeah, they give you complete privacy.
And Billy writes, okay, we can't actually just leave the games whenever we want to.
That makes sense. You have to log out of online games.
Or like,
Yeah.
or like in specific areas, some online games have it where, okay, you can't log out of here unless you want to lose
Yeah, lose your
data.
data. Mhm.
Yeah.
Lose your progress.
Happened to me once. It's terrible.
Here's the thing. I don't think most of those limit coma as one of the warnings. If from mental sinking.
That makes
Well,
sense.
It is a very high tech system. I mean, we were hooked up to all those wires and stuff in the headset, so I would imagine that they have to have a way to safely, disconnect, or else that could mess things up. It doesn't seem that off.
Plus,
Yes.
I mean, there's also some companies that have a weird sense of dark humor where it's like, oh, if you play this game for too long, then, I don't know. Someone name me a random, Megami Corp movie villain.
Johnny
Like
Communism.
Well, if you sit down too long, John, communism will come and he'll punch you in the face.
That's not the thing that gets me paused. It sounds very much when I went to check out to see if we could leave. It sounded very much like if we dies in the games, we dies in real life.
Surely not. That
Mm,
seems a little far fetched. It's still a game. I mean,
mhm.
why would they do that sort of thing? I would imagine that would drop value on this game very much.
Not only that
Would
would, but
it?
it would really cause the companies to plummet in popularity if they found out, oh, like 1,000 people suddenly drop dead after playing our game.
Yeah,
God.
but think about this. Every time we've heard about, oh, someone in Japan gone to the hospital about X game, you want to go out and check it out. And 100 people
That's
out of
Japan, and I
several
know about
million-
Megami Pan.
Yeah, the company might get with a small fine. So, I just be concerned about, if we die here, there might be repercussions in the real world with our brain thinking of it as real.
I have a question, Bardic.
Mm-hmm.
Is there sort of like an FDA-esque thing that sort of regulate, like in the real world, that sort of regulates and approves certain things or not?
Like in terms
Basically,
of
like, hey, if this is something that is actually literally physically dangerous, we're not going to approve it, sort of a thing.
I mean,
in terms of video games, I believe there actually is. I just can't remember it off the top of my head.
Well, yeah, I was asking specifically in this world.
okay.
Okay.
Obviously, you're a bunch of teenagers, so you would only probably vaguely understand how all of this stuff works. But, legally speaking, yes, technically. Well, no, playing the game couldn't actually kill us, but also, Megami has, chances are they probably have a lot of people. They have countless people who work and interact with that, and they'll have this. And you signed a non-disclosure agreement. You signed a waiver, so does it matter? There would be some level, of formality, and yes, there would be a bunch of paperwork that would need to be done. But there is no way of you knowing exactly how safe or how dangerous this is.
Oh, yeah, no, I just meant that, like, surely, I was more so meaning that, like, would we at least have an understanding that surely a game, that was actually dangerous would probably not get okayed to be mass-produced, I guess?
I mean, this hasn't been mass-produced. This is still a beta test. This is a closed beta test. And you all signed waivers.
Yeah.
Oh,
Again,
God.
like Billy,
Oh no, why
like
can't I remember it?
yeah, the important thing that Billy put out is syncing with the brain. Is the key words that they used before starting on all this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you definitely have a lot of cause for concern, like, because that was, like, yes, fine. On one hand, are they, just like with any medication or anything, you need to list off all the worst possible things, so then nothing can come out of nowhere,
Yeah.
Or, okay, no, are these, like, very realistic things that could happen? Like, is this that dangerous? And have we just become test puppets?
And we have no
lab
frame
rats?
of reference of knowing if that's the case or not.
No, not really. But
Mhm.
at the very least, you would definitely have, like, a few concerns. You would be a bit cautious. You'd be like, this is suspicious.
I'm fine.
Yeah, so it sounds like we just find one of these logout area things, right? Whenever we want to hop off, and then we're good to go. I mean, surely those things are everywhere, right?
It would depend on the game, I think, because there's some... I don't know. If this is still in, like, beta, then I would assume there's, like, specific points for logging out.
Well, yeah. I would guess that they would be putting those in, ample supply, because, we surely can't be playing this all day and night, all the time.
I mean, some people might
Unless
try.
that's what they want you to do. It's a live service that you're always a part of.
You're just paranoid.
Yeah, but our parents wouldn't be too keen on that. We do have things like homework.
Yes, homework. Billy, like, slants their eyes suspiciously.
I mean, my...
Yeah, okay, you're tiring me out, buddy. Go to bed.
Go to bed and I don't know.
Chill out.
Maybe think about... Maybe stop thinking that you're in the game of Polybius.
Oh.
That or
Really? You gotta go
Yes.
with that. Oh.
In character, yes. Out of character, yes.
Okay. So, with all of these conversations, I assume this is happening as you're all, like, settling down, getting in sleeping bags and whatnot. I assume none of you, as of yet, are really thinking too much about it, but it is probably something to definitely figure out. Like, time? How does that work? How long? Because, it would have been, like, the middle of the day when you got here. Now it's nighttime. How long are you just going to sit in that? Like, I think that's something to figure out at some other point. Maybe you make assumptions. Oh, this is, like, simulated time. Alright, got it.
Yeah, it moves
Just
faster.
thinking as the time is moving differently.
Yeah, because that's how it is in video games. You spend an hour and it's been a minute that's passed in real life.
Yeah.
So if it's going on that, we probably have only been in the real world chair. We haven't been in there for more than a minute or two.
No, not very long at all. Less than half an hour. At least that's what you would assume, give or take. But hey, it is like you get to have a fun little sleepover, little slumber party. Is there anything you all want to do or talk about? Bear in mind, quite briefly, because we've got about like 10 minutes left of the session. Is there anything you would like to do or talk about as you are sat sharing this experience together, about to all have a good little sleep?
No, just regular getting ready for bed routines and all that, and
Yeah.
because like as of right now, I don't have much suspicion or anything. So
Yeah, same.
The only thing like Billy would do is probably like find some, some like tree branches and maybe some random trash, and just line that around the hut so that way if anything does come in, we have some kind of alert.
Okay.
Because Billy's thinking of this very much like a video game. Oh, if you don't have at least something to alert you, you're gonna get attacked.
we could set up Watch Billy if you want.
Again, we can do that, but again, I'm just seeing if it... Because again, every system has a different alert system. We already have established fall damage is a thing here. So, next is to figure out, okay, if we set up an alert, is that going to trigger us being awake, or are we going to sleep normally? It's me more or less just testing to see if the game works as it's supposed to.
And then tomorrow we're going to go look for invisible walls.
No, we're looking for where the invisible lights are.
Ah.
Mm.
Alright.
Katarina's out. Katarina, being around this much paranoia is emotionally draining.
Dragon was probably just running around asking people questions as they're all going to bed, and then all of a sudden he just goes to his own bed and just flops dead asleep. Like he really is acting like a very hyper child who just very suddenly, oh, sleeps here.
Alrighty. So with that, the camera will zoom out. We'll get a lovely image of all of you happily comfortable asleep. Nothing. Sure, you might have some concerns or worries plaguing your mind, but at the moment it's like, I am in the digital world with my own Digimon partner. How cool is that?
Is that the end of the session?
I was just about to say, does anybody have any final words or anything to add onto that scene?
No, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good too.
I'm good.
I like the idea that Billy is just like, because they're a little paranoid, is the last to actually go to sleep. But so that means like anyone that doesn't have like a blanket on them, Billy kind of like makes sure the blanket's over them before going to sleep themselves.
Aww.
Oh.
It's cute as hell. Alrighty. So, we will wrap the session up there. Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in and for all my wonderful players for playing. And we're definitely getting there. The mechanics are slowly coming. The more we have to mess around and read, it's just going to get into our heads eventually, and then things all flow really quick in 2 or 3 sessions time, which I'm excited for. All right. I have been the Bardic Knock. You can find me on the internet, Twitter, Twitch, Patreon, and YouTube, all as the Bardic Knock. Do the nerdy shit. That's basically it. There's a whole bunch of stuff. There's like, okay, so weekly streams are Thursday evenings. Evening my time. So from like 6 p.m. till 9 p.m. playing Final Fantasy VII. Saturday mornings and Sunday mornings playing a bunch of Pokemon. I give away shiny Pokemon, so show up if you want them. Then tabletop role-playing games, there's this game, which is every Wednesday, then every other Saturday, and every other Sunday, respectively, is a One Piece tabletop role-playing game and a Final Fantasy tabletop role-playing game. I'm a huge fucking nerd. And that's basically it. Alrighty. Let me... Players. Oh, God, you're not in a line. You're all over the place. ATB. Go.
Hi. I am a tired boy who has been very much tired than normal because stuff I'm trying to get figured out on my end that isn't anyone's fault, just yeah. You can find me lurking around with when our friends are streaming if I got the spoons. Recently, I've just been feeling very lethargic, so I haven't really caught many streams, which I'm upset about, but it's fine. Next week, on Thursdays, you can find me over on Undead K's channel, where we're playing more Curse of Strahd, where I play as Atari, our ASMR Bard. And then next Sunday, I was about to say Saturday, you find me back here with Bardic and our other friends for Final Fantasy D6 Rebels of Spyra, based off of Final Fantasy X, where I play as Lilith the Dark Knight. Hopefully for both Zutari and for Lilith, I'll be more energetic and like myself by the time next week rolls around. Otherwise, you might get more of like I was today, where they're very quiet and flat. But yeah, that is me. I barely exist.
Alrighty. Kay. Who are you? Where do we find you? And what are you doing?
Hi, I'm Kay, aka Undead K, on the interwebs. You can find me on Twitter at K_Undead because Twitter is backwards. You can also find me hanging around on my own Twitch channel, where this month I have actually launched a for Spooktobular. I'm basically playing through a few short but spooky, scary games on Mondays and Fridays. Currently working through Close to the Sun, and then I've got a few other games lined up after that. And every other Thursday, I also run Curse of Strahd on my channel. And I've got a few other projects in the works. I'm hoping to get some stuff up on YouTube in the near future. So keep an eye on my Twitter for that. And yeah, that's me. I have been Miyahara as well as Impmon. And everyone have a good one. Stiffen Junk. Passing off the buck.
Michael.
Hello, I'm Michael Wayne without a Y. And you can find me on Twitter and Twitch that way. Oftentimes you can find me on Tuesdays on the Black Feather Guild, the Raven, RAVVYN's channel for Borderlands and Spider Hunters of Calamity 2. For the most part, like, I'm here and there, always open for a game. Maybe one day I'll play with you. Favorite moment would probably have to be the Princess Mimi scene that happened with Cat. I was just going up on karaoke with that's me about it. Remember, we're all in this together. I'm pulling for you.
And finally, Vin.
My name is Kat. I am at Vindifly on various places on the internet. I do Twitch streams on my own channel, Vindifly, Monday and Tuesday nights, 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time. And yeah.
Alrighty. And from me and this little one, little Vogue, who just actually wanted to come and say hello for a minute. That's it for us today. So until next time, everybody,
Upper.
stay safe and happy adventures. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.